I want to tell you a story, not just a list of ideas, but a journey through the hidden dangers that live inside our minds. It begins with a simple truth. We live in a dangerous world, not only because of accidents or risks outside, but because of the silent enemies inside us. These enemies are not storms, not earthquakes, not thieves in the night. They are diseases of attitude, and they are deadly. They creep in quietly, they whisper doubts, they steal energy, and before you know it, they have wrecked your chances to do well. I know them well, because I've had them all. I've fought them, I've lost to them, I've risen again, and I've learned their tricks. That's why I can tell you this story. It's not theory, it's experience. And if you listen carefully, you'll see yourself in parts of it, because these diseases visit everyone. The good news is, once you see them, you can fight them. Once you fight them, you can cure them. And once you cure them, you can live a life of adventure, progress, and freedom. The first disease in our story is indifference. Imagine a man standing at the bottom of a mountain. He shrugs his shoulders, looks up and says, I don't care. He drifts, he wanders, he lets the wind push him. But here's the truth. You cannot drift to the top of a mountain. The mountain demands effort, passion, energy. Indifference says, why bother? But the cure says, pour it on. Whatever you do, pour it on. If you're sweeping floors, pour it on. If you're building a business, pour it on. If you're raising children, pour it on. Because pouring it on either opens opportunity or reveals that you should be doing something else. Indifference kills, but passion revives. Then comes indecision, the disease of the fence sitter. Picture a man stuck on the fence, legs dangling, mind frozen. He says, what if I choose the wrong side? And so he waits and waits and waits. But life is not lived on fences. Life is lived on paths. The cure is simple. Pick a direction and go with everything you've got. Even if it's wrong, you'll find out faster, and the lesson will make you wiser. Adventure is not in avoiding decisions, it's in making them. Shake off indecision, because standing still is the slowest way to die. The third disease is doubt, and doubt is a plague. The worst form is self-doubt. Imagine a man staring at his reflection, whispering, I can't, I won't, I'm not enough. Every doubt chisels away at his future, but here's the cure. Flip the coin. Become a believer. Believe in yourself, believe in your worth, believe in your ability. Self-worth is the beginning of progress. Without belief, you're already defeated. With belief, you're halfway to victory. But if doubt doesn't get you, worry will. Worry is a thief of peace. It gnaws at your health, your family, your friendships, your finances. I know because I was once a super worrier. Not a super warrior, but a super worrier. My family wished I had been a warrior. Worry kept me awake, bent me low, drained my strength, until one day I decided to fight back. It took me a year, the hardest year of my life, but I kicked the worry habit. And when I did, I discovered something incredible. Life without worry is not life without challenge, but it is life with freedom. Worry is useless. Give it up. Then comes overcaution, the timid approach. Some people never have much because they are too cautious. They say, what if this happens? What if that happens? That's the language of the poor. I used to say it myself. But then I discovered the truth. It's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. Trying is risky, but not trying is worse. Investing is risky, but not investing is fatal. Marriage is risky, children are risky, business is risky, life itself is risky. And here's the punchline. You're not going to get out alive. So don't ask for security, ask for adventure. Better to live 30 years full of adventure than 100 years safe in the corner. The next disease is pessimism, the habit of always looking on the bad side. The pessimist sees the specks on the window, not the sunset beyond it. He counts reasons why it won't work, not possibilities why it might. He delights in faults, not virtues. He says the glass is half empty, while the optimist says it's half full. And here's the secret. The measure is the same, but the outlook changes everything. Life is not shaped by the way things are, but by the way we think they are. Better thinking habits create better lives. Poor thinking habits keep people poor. That leads to the next disease, poor thinking habits. The mind is a factory, and whatever you think about all day long pours ingredients into that factory. If you pour in trash, you get trash. If you pour in virtue, you get virtue. I used to start my day with the newspaper, loading up on wars, riots, murders, tragedies. And then I wondered why my days were so heavy. The cure is simple. Guard the door of your mind. Decide what goes in. Choose the ingredients carefully, because your life is built from those ingredients. Finally, the last disease, complaining. Complaining is deadly. Spend 5 minutes complaining and you've wasted 5 minutes. Worse, you may have started what's known as economic cancer of the bone. Complaining is crying, whining, griping, murmuring. It steals your future. The cure is vigilance. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Refuse to let complaining take root. And so the story ends where it began. The war is on. Every day, mentally, personally, socially, economically, you are in a battle. The enemies are indifference, indecision, doubt, worry, overcaution, pessimism, poor thinking habits, and complaining. The cure is passion, decision, belief, freedom, adventure, optimism, wise thinking, and gratitude. If you fight, you can win. If you win, you can live. And if you live with courage, you can build a good life.